you'll be surprised that this is the most overlooked tip in Final Cut. In fact, whether you're a beginner or even an advanced user, there are things in this tip that you will have overlooked. My name's Bruce, and if we've met before, welcome back. Otherwise, please like and subscribe and press the bell so that you can be notified about more videos about Final Cut Pro.
Let's get right into it. This tip is simplicity in itself. Just right-click, that's control-click, in any part of the Final Cut window, and that's it. That's the hidden tip. Anywhere where you're in the Final Cut interface, you'll get different choices that refer to that part of Final Cut. And if you'd like to see what the right-click options are around the Final Cut interface, well then just stick around. Otherwise, check out the description below for the timestamps where these right-click options are located. And let's work our way around the Final Cut interface, starting on the left at the top of the screen and working to the right. First, the browser sidebar. This has one of the fullest lists of options, and if you right-click on an event, you'll see most of the options. You'll be able to create a new event, project, folder, keyword, or smart collection. Import media opens the import window. Copy event to library. This will copy this event into another library or let you create a new library to copy this event into. Consolidate event media. This will search all of the disks currently attached to your computer for media that's not currently in this event's library. It will then copy that missing media to this library so that the library can be sent to another computer for offline editing. Consolidate motion content. And this does the same as the above for any content created by Apple Motion. Transcode Media will give you the option to make optimized or proxy media. Click the eye above for a video on transcoded media. Analyze and fix will automatically analyze, and these are the same choices as you have in the import window. Sort events. This will sort the events of this library only. It will sort the thumbnails in the browser. Close library will close the library without deleting it. Move event into the trash will delete it. And if you right-click on a library in the browser sidebar, there's one different option, and that is Reveal in Finder. This shows where your library is stored on your computer. While still in the browser sidebar, if you right-click on a word and hover, you'll be able to see the options for that word or words, like spelling checker and other text options. Now moving to the browser window in the Clip View option. If you right-click on a project thumbnail, Play Project opens it in the timeline and starts playing the project. Open Project opens it in the timeline but does not auto-play. You have the Duplicate, Duplicate As, and Snapshot options, and click the eye above for a video on these. You can share, that's export the project from here, as well as the other position here on the right. You can trash the project. When you click in the black area of the browser, Import Media opens the import window. Compound Clip. If you've selected several clips in the browser, you'll be able to compound these. If you right-click on a clip in the browser, you'll have these choices. New Project, New Compound Clip, compound several clips together, New MultiCam Clip, MultiCam selected clips together. Click the eye above for a video on MultiCam. Assign video and audio roles. Click the eye above for a video on this. And the other choices you've seen before. Now select the List View option of the browser. When you right-click on any of the column headers, you'll be able to see titles of all the column headers that are available to view. The ones that are ticked are in the current view. If you right-click on a project in the list view, you'll see the same options as you saw in the clip view. Click this timestamp to view. If you right-click on a clip in the list view, The options are the same as the clip view. While I'm in this part of the interface, let's look at the right-click choices for titles and generators. Right-click on a title. Make default title and make default lower third are similar and allow you to add the selected item as a default when you press the shortcut key. These are the shortcut keys, Control-T for the title and Control-Shift-T for the lower third, and they are added to the timeline as connected clips. Open in Motion opens the selected title in Apple Motion, so you can modify the title with Motion's features. Of course, you need to own Motion to be able to do this. Reveal in Finder shows where this title is stored on your computer, and that allows you to delete it from your system if you want. Reveal in Finder only shows on third-party titles, not on Apple originals, so you can't delete those. In the Generators area, when you right-click on a generator, the options are much the same as titles. Let's now look at the right-click options in the View window. Select a clip in the timeline. Right-click in the Viewer window. You'll see the same choices that are available from the Transform button. That's the Transform button on the left-hand side of the viewer. Now the Inspector. While you have a clip selected in the timeline, right-click on an Inspector heading and you'll be able to reset any of the parameters and also affect keyframes that you may have set.
And while we're in the inspector, if you select on a connected clip, a title clip, you can then right-click on those words. It will look up the words that are there. It will even search Google, cut, copy and paste. You can share to various areas and you can do spell checking, make substitutions and transformations like making uppercase or lowercase.
Now let's view down to the Transitions and Effects browser at the lower right of the screen. First, the transitions. If you right-click on an Apple transition, you'll be able to make this a default transition, so that when the shortcut Command-T is used, this will be the transition added to the timeline. Your second choice will open a copy of the transition in Apple Motion, so you can add features from Motion for a personal modified version of the transition. You are not able to modify the Apple original version. To use the Open in Motion feature, of course, you need to own Apple Motion. When you right-click on a third-party transition, you'll have the added option to Reveal in Finder, so you could delete that transition from your system. Now select the Effects button and you'll have the same choices for effects as you have with transitions. If you right-click on the search field at the bottom of the window, you'll be able to make text-based changes. And finally, we come to the timeline, and this is where most of the right-click options are. First, right-click on a clip in the main storyline. First choice is to make a compound clip, which will combine all selected clips into one grouped clip, so that the group is treated as a single clip when an effect is added. Change duration will let you lengthen and shorten a clip by typing in a number for accuracy. Type the number in the middle menu bar. Detach audio will separate the audio from a combined video-audio clip and allow the clip to be positioned independently of the video. Be careful, as once the audio is out of sync with the video, it is nigh on impossible to sync again without again adding the combined clip to the timeline. Rename the clip, change the name of a clip in the timeline, but the original clip in the browser is not changed. Disable will hide the clip from the viewer without removing the clip from the timeline, and to remember the shortcut key, V. Disable is a great way of seeing past a connected clip to show the clip below in the timeline. Assign video and audio roles. These are the same functions as in the browser. Click the eye above and check out this video. Expand audio will allow you to show the audio separately without detaching it, so it stays in sync and allows you to play the audio from one clip under another clip. When the audio is expanded, the right click will show collapse audio. Expand audio components will do the same as above, but for clips with multiple audio, such as MultiCam clips. Show video and audio animation will show the inspector's options as a pop-up in the timeline. And this will be for such choices as changing the opacity of the video. Lift from storyline will create a connected clip. Connected clips have slightly different options. You can create a new storyline independent of the main storyline. The shortcut is Command+G. This shows a grey bar which is used to move the connected storyline. If you try to move the clip itself, it will stay locked in position, but you can move it with the grey bar. The real advantage of a connected storyline is that it works like the magnetic timeline, so you cut out a portion and the two remaining parts of the clip snap back together. Also, if you use the range, the clip is expanded or contracts with the range. The final choice is perhaps one of the most useful, Reveal in Browser. And this highlights in the browser the portion of the clip that is currently in the timeline. If you wanted to remember this clip, you could either make it a favourite by pressing F or create a keyword for it. One of the important uses of Reveal in Browser is to be able to replace the clip in the timeline with the clip in its original condition, without any effects you may have added to it. Select Reveal and then drag on top of the clip in the timeline. There are some specific right-click options in the audio fade parts of the timeline. Right-click on the audio fade button and you'll change the way the fade works. S-curve or -3 will lower the fade volume quicker and extend the lower volume level. Any keyframes in the timeline can be right-clicked to delete the keyframe. Transitions in the timeline can have their duration changed by right-clicking on them. Also, the precision editor can be called up. And you can exit the precision editor by double-clicking the middle button. Finally, a gap clip can have its duration changed by right-clicking. And also cross dissolves can be added at each end. By the way, gap clips can be added to the main storyline with Option+W. Phew, that was a lot of information about right-clicking. I suggest that you save this video so you can use it as a reference for the future. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and press the bell.